Well, howdy everybody. How y'all doing? It's great to have y'all in on a Wednesday. Thank you so much for Don't Cut the Lead Block Dragon for bringing me all in. Yeah, I was gonna wonder there. I thought it was like a basset hound. Brydov, thank you so much for the subscription. Glad to have you in the house. And thank you, my friend. 17 months of support, which I greatly appreciate. I'm looking forward to more great theme teams from you over the next year. Aneeks, thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's gonna be a good day. Appreciate it. It's opening day. I mean, it's technically opening day. It is the first real game that happened today. And oh yes, Dodgers and my friend Ohtani. He got hit in an RBI. You can't see that. This is a horrible thing. Is this better if I do it this way? Let me do it this way.
This crowd is wild.
I was up early. Yeah, we got our Ohtani on. Baseball in bed in the morning, man. Just waking up, watching some baseball, working on some slides. Aneek. Good to see you, Aneeks. Thank you for subbing to following the channel. Appreciate you being here. Guys, it is Wednesday. It is our first official Guess the Set. I guess we had to guess the set for like guessing, but like first content is coming out tomorrow. Which I do wonder, like if Paul was in Korea, would it already have come out? Because like no, I guess not. It's not. But anyway, it is a great day. We got a W. Gotta love get a W. And I'm extremely excited. Don't get the Black Dragon. It was very nice to see you wearing your $5 Dodger Walmart hat. I appreciate it. It's very nice to have a little appreciation of the team, which is awesome. And the Doom Chime. The Doom Chime just came in, and I just got axed from my own tournament. The EVCs, or the Daily Bagels and Schmear with EVC and NYC. We'll be talking about it in a bit. We got a lot going on today. But if you're new here, if you're just following OTP, again, we get new content every single Thursday. This Thursday, we're going to have players from Asia, kind of tying me in on the whole Korea series with the Dodgers and Padres there. And I do a thing, so that's going to come tomorrow at 12 noon. They'll have a whole stream on the mothership, OTP Developments. Go follow them. And tomorrow, they're going to go through and release a whole bunch of new cards. I'm going to talk about them. Spore will be there doing This Week in Perfect Team. And what we like to do 24 hours ahead of time is guess what are the cards that are going to come out. And we do this contest every Wednesday. You get your entry in now, and you can do it until next week. But until tomorrow at about 11 a.m. Who am I? Where am I? There's the link to it. We'll do this in a second here. We'll talk more about this. But you have a chance to guess what cards are coming out tomorrow. If you guess correctly, you can win 20 standard packs. Yeah, this is a big one. This can be a big giveaway if you're into it. So, guys, let's get started. It is now 12 afternoon. It's now afternoon here on the East Coast. It's been a day. Again, Dodgers up early. The people above us started drilling through the floor of their bathroom and creating holes in my ceiling. It is a great day. It's EVC in New York City, bringing you the best in New York City. We'll have sounds in New York City later on, and luckily for you, not the smells. But it is never a dull moment, my friends. It is never a dull moment. Okay, let's get this party started. Lots of good stuff going on. And again, we're here doing Guess the Set. We do this every Wednesday at noon, so tune in at Wednesday at noon. Thank you, Chess, for the sirens. You all often hear sirens on my stream because, it's New York City, baby. Things are happening. It's our 248th episode of streaming Out of the Park baseball, and we're doing Out of the Park 25 now, and we've got brand new cards coming tomorrow, players from Asia, and we've got some stuff to share here. This is it. This is the form. They drilled down into your ceiling. Yes. Now they drilled down into my ceiling music lessons, and so I can now see into their bathroom. It's good times. It's definitely good times. So this is it. This is our form, and it's really easy. Basically, you have to put 8 players' names on there that you think are going to come out tomorrow. Usually the sets are anywhere from 12 to 20 some players, sometimes 30, sometimes 50. You never know which kind of set you're going to get, how big it's going to be. But you just have to guess 8. And for everyone to get right, you get a point. The more you get right, the better in your guessing. And basically, if we come to a tie, then we go to the last card that's on screen. So during tomorrow's presentation, they'll present each of the cards, usually ending with the perfect overall card, some hundreds in there. And whatever the last card is, if it's a pitcher, then we're going to look at, you have to put in a number that's going to be their overall stuff. If it's a hitter, the overall BABIP on the card. So you have to just guess what it's going to be. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. We'll talk more about it in a moment. So get those entries in. Those are the tiebreakers, which are important. We've gone to tiebreakers almost every single time. And yes, the first LE of PT25 just got released. Let's go through. I had slides. Let's go through. We're going to talk about that. Let's go through. The brand new limited edition card has just dropped in packs. The brand new limited edition Cole Calhoun, who I believe just retired. Cole Calhoun, Spore introduced this a little bit on his early breakfast stream this morning. If you missed that, this card is now in packs as of right now. Cole Calhoun, kind of evenly done, nice right field defense, 101 defense. You will also note, Nicolino, good to see you, my friend. This is the new adjusted card template, or the slide template. You'll see more of these tomorrow at 12 noon on OOTP Developments. I guess I could do that. Is this how you do this? You do like this shout out in OOTP Developments. I think that's how that works. I can't. The channel I'm shouting out does not exist. And he's going to have another LA preview during tomorrow's stream for the LA San Diego game. So there will be more going on tomorrow. So limited editions are back. Here's our first one. I was surprised by an Angels one. I was like, this isn't Padres or Dodgers. This isn't someone from Asia. But we're going to find something tomorrow. Nicolino, thanks for subscribing, my friend. I really appreciate it. You supporting the channel. Again, I love all this. He just retired, so it's topical. Yes, that's Cole Calhoun just retired, and so you've got a topical one. And I am very, I'm ecstatic we won that game. It was a tough game. Speaking of which, LE's limited edition cards are now in packable. There's 100 of these that are in packs right now. And again, it's the first day of baseball season. It's also Perfect Team Live is back. Perfect Team Live is back, where you can go through and figure out who's going to be in each day, get your stuff in there. And yes, Podman, that entire game came pretty much into, this is the first game, today's game, that pretty much came to Jake Cronenworth's glove, letting a sure double play ball. The ball went through the webbing on the glove. Through it. Broke it, went all the way through it. I don't think whoever hit it was a big hitter. Blah, blah, blah. And good to see you, Ezra Denny. So it was, again, the Padres gave up 9 walks. Darvish lasted 3 2/3. Our starter, Glasnow, one of the only players I had in my pitching squad that I had for my PT Live roster, went 5 innings, gave up 2 runs. There were no extra base hits in this game. So, the bats are a little behind the pitchers, as they say. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But our winner was Daniel Hudson. Daniel Hudson coming back from surgery last year, got hurt, then came back yet again, and came back and made it onto the opening day roster. So shout out to Daniel Hudson getting the win in the 8th inning, and then Evan Phillips closing out the full-time, at least closer to start the season, permanently at shortstop as Mookie Betts. Ohtani, lots of pictures of his new wife in the stands cheering on his exploits. Ohtani got a single, got another single, and RBI, I think, later in the game, but he granted a couple double plays there. But the guy's speed is amazing. It looked like, I thought he hit a ground, it was going to be an easy double play, and all of a sudden he was already past first base. The speed of such a tall, large man is just crazy. And he got the Taylor Swift treatment. That's funny. And then he stole the first pitch to Freeman. Right after him, he stole second base. So stolen base. Yeah, he ran that grounder out like crazy. Like it was insane. So good first day. Again, for your PT Live squad, if you were happen to be lucky enough to get one of the perfect Otanis, I don't think there are that many out there yet. The perfect Otani got a stolen base and an RBI today. But again, looking at the box score, it's a pretty empty box score. Like Xander Bogaerts got like 2 hits for the Padres. They only got 4 hits all day, so 2 of the 4 hits were that. The third baseman, whose name for the Padres, he's had a great bat. He made some good plays, but he had one error that led to a run, and it was Justin Hayward with Tyler Wade. Is he a pop-up? He's a pop-up, Spore. He's a pop-up guy. I need a pop-up emote now. Machado is not able to really field yet in the game, so Tyler Wade is manning third base now for the Padres to start the season. And the first one to him, he miffed, but he did well rest of the game, and he hit really well. He's more of a journeyman type. I did not know that. Insert Machado fielding joke here. It's EBC at NYC, bringing you the sounds of New York City. Again, you will hear sirens throughout my stream because, that's what we do here. So glad to have you. And let's get this thing going here. Thank you, Cubs fan Steve. Again, brand new limited edition card is now in packs. It is now in packs, so go look for that one if you're opening packs today. And again, nice defense in the outfield. The brand new slides, so that when you get to 100, you're not all the way to the end of the chart. Has been reconfigured, so looking good there. And the new limited edition art, it says limited edition. But what's the O? Oh, the O in edition. Okay, TIO. There's no N's. I can't spell edition without an N. Just having fun. It's just going up and down. Limited. I see it. IMITE. Then the D. And then the EDITION. Or DITION. Yeah, there you go. And I'm very intrigued to see if the colors will change like they did last year with every single team. The little accent colors will be kind of cool to see how these go through. Cole Calhoun is in the 70s Matrix. I need to clean my glasses? Well, thanks for reminding me to clean my glasses. The new San Andreas font. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the LA art. As Spore has mentioned just a couple moments ago, there'll be another one dropping tomorrow for the Game 2 in Korea, where the Dodgers will be the home team tomorrow. So looking forward to seeing that. By the way, in case you don't know it, no, I did not do that. I did not do that. But thank you for just the vivid imagery of it, Nicolino. The Daily Bagels. Yes, Calhoun Ellie, there are 100 of them. There are 100 of these Cole Calhouns in the game. This is a brand new perfect draft that you can get into. So I'm hoping to rotate. We'll get this to Ebbets Field, to stick in Ebbets Field for the first month, and then we're going to rotate to other historic New York parks as we go through. Again, a little old school. Again, historical cards only. No DH, because I'm old school. I'm sorry. I'm an olds. And you got the main and the theme team in tomorrow's tourney. Excellent. And, and so what we're going to do is similar to what Laptop does. I'm going to do this format where if you win, you get 5 points. Whoever has the most wins by the end of the month will win. And we'll figure out. I got to figure out tiebreakers still. Tiebreakers are kind of important. We'll randomly draw if it's a tiebreaker. But if you win, you'll have 5 points. You'll get 20 packs if you get the most points by the end of March. 3 points for second, 1 point for third or fourth place. And then we'll have also a monthly winner. So anyone who gets scores in the top 4 at all during this tournament will also be in a random drawing for 5 packs. And whoever defeats my team the most. Oh, D. Dempsey. I have a sheet. Don't worry. The Daily Bagels and Schmear, and we have our early winners here. We've got the Hawkeye Hellraisers winning on the first one, the March 16th. The Sloths, Shutdown Sloths winning on the 17th. The Danger Noodles winning on the 18th. And the Rock Cats winning on the 19th. It usually opens up a little bit around 10 a.m. Eastern time. You'll see a new one. 10:30-ish. Take a look at that. We'll go through. And the people who've beaten me so far, you've got Seattle Grunge 3. The Sharp Lynx of Chess Safari has beaten me. The Cloudsdale Wonderbolts, the Learned League Llamas of Music Lessons has beaten me. So we've got the sheet. You too can view this sheet. You can see the updated standings. Just type in bagels. There you go. And that's the link to it. You can come through and see it. I'm also listing the World Series MVP that we get each week. And it's kind of interesting. We've got a Doc Gessler, a Nap Lodgeway, a Dave Robertson, and yesterday's winner had the 99 Honus Wagner in their perfect draft. So there you go. And again, let's take a look at where we are in the game right now. Let's see. I got ousted. Yeah. I got ousted. Congratulations to the Hudson New Yorkers, I think. The Hudson New York Whales. Congratulations, Hudson New York Whales, sweeping me in 3 games. Nicolino, I would love it if I could just win 1 round and get some packs out of it, just even a single pack. I'd be a happy man. I love doing all these drafts, but the ROI is just such a bummer. And I win 1 round, and I just want a pity pack. Yeah, a new thing. I know. I had to do a little something different than Laptop Pound, right? So your logo comes up there, and you can see your logo. So if you need help making logos, I will gladly put you in the right direction. You got a gold pack, the new pop-up. Congratulations, Ezra. There you go. People doing EVC draft, the lap draft, and the Twipped. There you go. This week in Perfect Team Showdown. Yeah, first round exits in the bagel happened again. So, what are you going to do? World Leader Pretender, thank you for the follow. Glad to have you here. So, yeah, playing the game. Let's go take a look at where we are. Who is this? Who has this team? The Hudson New York Whales are run by Frogs Newt. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. Not Frogs No Oot. There is not a weekly that I'm aware of, Music Lessons. If there is, it's news to me. Right now, I only have a daily. Frog Snout. I liked Frogs No Oot. Yes, there's a daily, one every single day. So, I don't stream every day, but I'm here in spirit every day. You guys keep me running. And he is, he's not it's the Hudson New York Whales. So the Hudson New York Whales are in. And, didn't work for me in this one. So the tournament is still going. There's a new feature here. Oh, I don't see it on this one. I noticed this a new feature, which I think is kind of cool. When I'm doing something like opening packs and the sim happens in the background, I can now go through and hit main and download the latest sim, and it'll take my current roster or previous one. Really nice update in the game. Twipped Weekly has been switched to Saturday. That is correct. It's better for our good friend. I just haven't seen him for a while. It's great for our good win, Dishnet, who's got commitments during the week, Friday night football coverage. Yeah, what's his name again? He's got Friday night football coverage and basketball coverage, and so as he's doing those things, Shindet, Fishnets, Good old what's his friend. I miss him already. But we'll see him on Saturday. He'll be doing the This Week in Perfect Team showdown. And so make sure you get into that one as well. But here we are. We're in the tournament tree. And there's a lot of players still in this. We'll take a look near at the end of the stream and see how this is progressing and who's going through. But good luck to all of you that are in the Daily Bagels and Schmear. So glad to have you all in. Again, you can always check that leaderboard, but here are our leaders, our 4 winners, our 4 second-place teams. No one's got duplicate wins in yet, so we'll definitely come through things. That's right, we got a lot more Spore. Let's get to it. Okay, this is Guess the Set, guys. This is a thing that we do every single week. So get in there, and again, this week it's pretty easy. It's straightforward. I don't have a lot of multiple choice questions or anything. We're going to do it the old school way, which is basically on this form. We've got 3 of you in already, but I'm going to help you out. You just got to make sure you get your proper OTP ID in, your login ID, so we can get you the packs if you should win. Again, it has to be proper uppercase and lowercase, very specific so we can find you. And then you're going to guess 8 cards that are going to come out tomorrow. And then I've got some picks to click, and you have to guess which one is not going to be in the set. And then again, I talked about tiebreakers, about BABIP and everything we've been talking about in BABIP, etc. BABIP on a hitter and the overall stuff on a pitcher. Put those numbers in for the tiebreakers. Whoever's closest will win. If you're both closest, then whoever's closest without going over is second tiebreaker, third tiebreaker is the timestamp. Every Ichiro is playable. It is. It's true. So again, let's go through this. I'm very excited to get this going here. Again, exclamation point guess. It only took you a few guess the sets to learn that it's better to fill out and submit the form after the stream. There you go. So again, we're gonna go through and do this. Let's get going. I just keep talking in circles. I can just talk and keep things going. Okay. So again, if you're new, every Thursday new cards players come out. And kind of in honor of the Seoul Series, the MLB World Tour in Seoul. By the way, I'm going to be in the World Tour in London with our good friend Andy, 22 Sheffield, and Don't Get the D-Block Dragon. We're all going to the game together in London in June. But this week's teaser, we get a teaser usually every Wednesday, and I work hard with that and try to figure stuff out. So. But this week it says, for our first TWIP set of the year, we join Major League Baseball in celebrating the games overseas. The Dodgers and Padres will square off in Seoul Series, and we'll be highlighting a group of players from Asia. Players from Asia, key phrase, who've made an impact in the league. And notice 3 flags. 3 flags. They're the Korean flag, the Japanese flag, and the Taiwan flag. We could get a Lars Nootbaar. It is true. So again, as my good friend Vin Scully once said,
I decided I'm going to do a little research.
And but some people call my research bunk. I don't know. There's something about. I'm going to give you some things, but as always, you should take it with a grain of salt. Sometimes I have misinformation because I'm not thorough. Other times, I'm just completely wrong in the way that I'm thinking of things. I'm gonna have a lot of fun trying to match up misspelled names that people enter. Yes, one of the unfun tasks of this is respelling everyone's names. To get all the right entries in, all the same names, I have to go through and find out how you spelled everything in. I'm nice this way. If it gets too crazy, I won't be so nice. But I am gonna go through. Your spelling does not count. Anyway, Fussmarker made this together. Can you believe this bunk? Wary OOTP players tune into weekly misinfo Twitch session by hat-wearing Dodger fan. And there you go. So I'm here to bring you the bunk. Let's get going. So, bottom bunk, please. So, Top Korean-born MLB players by WAR. So, can you guess who this is? Guess who this is? Was in the game, or at the game today in Korea. I'd like to get some guesses in on who this is. It is not Hideki Irabu. It is not Mike Trout. It is Ryu. Thank you, Minerva. You got it. Mr. Jin Ryu himself, Karchardon, thank you. Please also count each of the players that I mispronounced today. I believe Music Lessons is doing a theme team based on players' names that streamers mispronounce. I believe Music Lessons, you'll be able to do this entire set. Yes, coming in with 20 overall WAR, second on the all-time list, it is Hyunjin Ryu. Hyunjin Ryu already has a historical card in the game. Now, just because there's a historical card in the game, folks, does not mean we will not get another historical card in the game. So just keep your brain open. You may want to choose one of these folks again to get a second card. Ryu is in the game already, but it was good to see him laughing up with Doc Roberts there in some of the pregame ceremonies at the Sky Dome, I believe it's called. This is one of my favorites, but it's not one of my bunk picks. Coming in at 6.1 WAR. These are, again, lifetime WAR leaders for Korean players. Is Jae Weong So. I really, I thought about if I had more time, I was going to go through and actually prepare. But Jae Weong So, there you go, coming in for the Mets. Again, I was doing this quickly, and it was a lot of work finding everybody. We also have Hee Seop Choi. Hee Seop Choi is also in. Former Dodger first baseman, Iron Card 48 at 2.61. So I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 players with 0.75 or better lifetime WAR. And then Kwang-hyun Kim. Kwang-hyun Kim is in the game there on the one of the top 12 as well. I'm pretty much sure Music Lessons, you can just chalk this entire one up. So those are 4. Does anyone want to hazard a guess which Korean player has the highest lifetime WAR? So these are players born in Korea. Just throwing it out there. Gotta be your man, Shin Soo Choo. That you're correct. Blue Void, you are correct. I know, Sport, I'm not going to pick you because he's one of your favorite players. Yes. Chu leads all Korean-born hitters with 278 homers. The number 1 on there. Number 3, a little highlighted today. He threw out the first pitch today. Chan Ho Park. He's the first ever South Korean-born player in MLB history. Had 124 career wins, most by any Asian-born MLB pitcher. Played 12 MLB seasons, 9 with the Dodgers. He was an All-Star in 2001, and I believe he is now an advisor for the Padres. He wore a both Dodger / and half Dodger, half Padre uni today. But I think he started off with the Dodgers, so that's Dodgers first, right? First love. Yeah, so Hyacinth Kim is already 4th. He has a live card. Could we get a historical card? So, I don't know. Yeah, that uni was weird. I was not, as a Dodger fan, I was not sure how to even take that in. I was like, what is that? What is that? I mean, I've seen the, dual team jerseys before. But, I don't know. Nice. The Kim is your ace right now on your squad. Nice, Minerva. And then another pitcher who you may know, number 5 on the list, Byung-Hyun Kim, leads all Korean-born pitchers with 86 saves. There are a couple Japanese pitchers. So as far as Asian saves leaders, he's, I think, number 3 on the board. So those are some ones. Again, take a look. Rob Refsnyder is there, born in Japan. Obviously, born in Korea. Ji-Man Choi. I think there's any of these people could potentially have a card, right? Because early on in the cycle, you're going to have some lower level cards and higher level cards are not going to be all the great ones. It is not okay if you just write Kim. If you just write Kim, I won't know that. Same thing if you just write Smith, if you just write Johnson, no. So you got to write the person's name. Take a screen grab if you want to, so have some names to pull from. I'm going to be covering a couple more countries here as you go through and try to figure out who's going to be in tomorrow's set. So again, it's Guess the Set. If you're just joining us, get in on Guess the Set. You still have a chance to get in there and win. And all you have to do is guess what cards are coming tomorrow. Get the most right, and you have a chance to win 20 standard packs. Let's move on. And talk about players from Taiwan. And again, there are only 7 players I was able to see on Baseball Reference that goes through. This is a tool. So if you guys are doing a theme team, if you want to do a theme team of players by country, for example, you can go to the wonderful people at Baseball Reference. And let's see here, theme team building. They have this wonderful list here. And you can see everyone based on the country they're from. There is one player that was born in China. Harry Kingman was born in China in 1914 and had 4 plate appearances in 4 games back in 1914. So kind of a fun little tool you can use. They have all these wonderful different ways of bio. So if you're thinking about making a team that's just of players outside the U.S. or just players from a different country, I did a Dominican Republic theme team one year. You can get the entire list. You can click on the list. You can sort it by war, maybe, if things load. Albert Pujols has the most war of any Dominican player. So, there you go. Harry Kingman card when? Let's go take a look at the top Taiwanese players that we have. And believe it or not, some of these players are already in the game. The number one, I should have asked you first, who do you think the number 1 player is from Taiwan all time in war? And it is Chien Ming Hua. Nope. Chien Ming Wang. There you go, Ezra. Nicely done. You got it. So his card is already in the game. He's got a 60 overall. Again, we could get a higher card for Chien Ming. And I'll look at that in a bit. We'll take a look at that in a bit. Yeah, you gotta wait for Kingman to get some more stats. Number 2 all time, Wei Yin Chen. Wei Yin Chen is in with a 57 2014 starter for Baltimore, already in the game. And of course there's a Tiger. I kid. Fute Ni. Fute Ni is in rookie sensation card, 67 overall, the highest rated card in the theme, obviously. And but maybe there could be an upgrade of Chien Ming Wang. We'll see tomorrow. You can put it on your form if you think we're going to get. Now, there's some players on the list that have not been listed. The only other player above a 1 WAR lifetime would be Hyung-Chi Kuo. And Kuo started off as a starter. I think he played 7 or 8. Ah, Rob, deer in the headlights. You pity the fool who has such a low career WAR. He was a starter for those couple seasons, played 7 years, moved to the bullpen in his 5th season, and then became in 2009 and became an All-Star in 2010, closing out a bunch of games. You already counted 3 pronunciations. Yeah, music lessons. It's just gonna be nuts. So Yu Chang, the Yu Chang hype has been started by iDub. Yu Chang could be somebody you could add to your form in Guess the Set. So always looking for things. Austin Bruce was from Hong Kong. Again, I'm just going based on what was in Baseball Reference. Yes, Bruce Bochy was born in France. I believe, who was it born in the Netherlands? Wasn't that Bert Blyleven was born in the Netherlands? Some other countries to consider. Now, we've just been highlighting 3. We've been highlighting Taiwan, Korea, and Japan, which we'll be talking about shortly. But there's one player that played from Vietnam. And believe it or not, that one player already has a card in the game. Danny Graves, born in Vietnam, played 11 seasons in the bigs, 2 All-Star game appearances. Hey, Nick, how you doing? There you go. Legendary WB performance from Yu Chang. So right in the Yu Chang in. And then on the right. Okay, here to test your geography and flags. What country is that to the right with 2 players? Both Bobby Chouinard in 1996 to 2001 and Claudio Manella from 1921 to 1925. 2 players born in this country that have played in the major leagues. Go. What country is this? There you go. Congratulations, Chess Safari. The Philippines. And who else was that? That's Slibasu Zuma. Thank you for Dr. Greenleaf. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you for supporting the channel. I greatly appreciate it, my friend. Holy cow, 73 subscriptions. I never thought I'd get to this point. This is crazy. You get mad points for Danny Graves being born outside the U.S. in Immaculate Grid. Very nice. Imperator Caesar August, us. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you being here. The Philippines had 2 players, Bobby Chouinard and Claudio Manella. I feel like we should get a Bonnie Chouinard card. Thank you for the follow. Baseball 9847. Excellent, Dr. Greenleaf. I'm looking forward to what you're putting together this year for the TTC. Again, if you'd like to make a theme team, join us in theme teams. What is TTC? What is theme teams? If you're just joining us for the first time, there's a description of what it is. We play with a subset of the cards in leagues. We have leagues everywhere from rookie all the way up to diamond. And you just have to join us in the Discord. I'm glad to have you, bring you in, and get you situated and set up with your teams and find more about it. If you got questions later on the stream, we can talk more about it. But looking forward to whatever you're going to bring in this year. Mr. Greenleaf. Or Dr. Greenleaf, I'm sorry. See, I get so used to Dr. Dynastic and Dr. Dynamic, and we're doing Guess the Set. If you're just joining us, you're going all Arizona this year, Diamondbacks, or played at Arizona University. Nice. That's a great theme. You need to expand a Diamondbacks theme team because there's usually not enough, but you never know what live cards we may get this year. So we're doing Guess the Set. Again, guess what cards are coming tomorrow. I'm plying you with tons of bunk. Let's see what we get coming tomorrow. And you could win. Just enter the forum. There's the link in chat. And Len Sakata isn't a 25 launch? I missed Len Sakata. Oh, really? Hold on. I feel like I have to go find Len Sakata because I missed Len Sakata. Len Sakata will come up later in the stream. You think players that are not one of those 3 flags might be bunk based on the teaser? It could be true. Could be true. Ugh, eliminated again. Players born in Europe. But while I tried players born in Europe, but while it's interesting finding out about guys born in Austria-Hungary or Prussia, there are only 18 cards in the game right now. Yeah, that's something you have to do later. Ooh, I got a historical pack from something. That's cool. Let's go find Lincecata. Card shop. And turn off the San Diego nonsense. Lincecata in the game. Second baseman for the Orioles. And did end up going to a World Series as well. Very nice. Very nice. Where am I? Who am I? Why am I here? I get sidetracked really easily. Have you noticed that? Okay, we're doing Guess the Set. I'm here giving some more bunk your way. Let's go take a look. The top Japanese-born MLB players by WAR. Glenn was the only Asian MLB player you knew of back in the day. Yeah, music lessons. I think that's pretty... it's been a long time. Lots of people need to learn about Masanori Murakami. I don't know Masanori Murakami. See, now I need to go look. Masanura. Played 1964 and 1965 for the San Francisco Giants. Finishing 16 games, 8 saves, with a nice 281 FIP. First Asian to play in MLB, of course, was a San Francisco Giant. 1965 Giants. At the age of 20 and 21. Yeah. Interesting. I need to learn more about this. This is why we play this game, and this community is so great, is teaching us all sorts of stuff to take a look at. And so this I did not know. And oh, maybe you want to put that on your form. He went home because he was homesick. Interesting. He's supposed to be a spring training exchange, but the Giants wanted to keep him. This 1964 Murakami card would be nice. Thank you, Ezra Denny, for sharing that. That's one I did not see. This is why I just am not as thorough as you'd like me to be. Very cool. Very cool. Blutster saw him in person. Nice. That's awesome. Oh, we've done some Richards. There was a Fort Worth Dickies last year, Dr. Greenleaf. So it'll work. Yeah, that's right. That's good. I wanted to look up last night. This is my failing. I'm rusty. It's spring training for me doing Guess the Set as well, because usually I would look up like, okay, who's the first Japanese player to be here and do this, etc. And I screwed it up. So there you go. You still have the Murakami's Topps card from his rookie season. Nice. Let's go take a look at the top WAR players from Japan, career to date, that are already in the game. And again, it is possible. It is always possible that some of these cards could get an upgrade. We already have a Shohei getting his first single RBI as a Dodger and a W as a Dodger today. I'll not the pitching W. Yeah, you go. I figured. Yeah, there might be somebody up there at 60 WAR that might be above Ohtani. Thank you for the follow, Kusnuch. I'd like to have your... So, Shohei is already number 2. Yes. Yes. And it's very easily that we're talking about Ichiro in number 1. But we'll talk about him in a little bit. But these cards are already in the game. Shohei is already in the game. His live card and his season from 2018 as a starter. I pulled that in a couple of perfect drafts. Always interesting to kind of make that work. Yu Darvish in at number 3. Here with his Texas Rangers starter card. A 72 silver already in the game. Could we get a Cubs one? Could we get a Padres one? Historical Yu Darvish number 2 coming in soon. Coming in at number 3, already in the game, Hideki Matsui. Godzilla mode is in the house here in New York. Hideki Matsui peak is already in the game 84. Probably not going to get an upgraded Hideki Matsui. Just saying. Yeah, Ichiro's definitely number 1. I know nothing of these things. And then Tomo Oka. So we got a bunch of people in between here that we're missing. But Tomo Oka is already in with a card in the game from his Expos time. So now Tomo Oka in the Expos, I do not remember. Let's go take a look at Tomo. 1992, 11-year career. Playing in Boston to start, then the Expos, a little stop off with the Nationals because they moved the Expos to Washington. I don't remember him either. 2 years of the Brew Crew, some time in Toronto, a year in between, and then finishing up with Cleveland. So there you go. We've got one of his Montreal years in the game. It is the 2004 season. Went 3-7 that year. Not one of his better years. This 2002. Maybe we'll get an upgrade of 2002, where he went 13-8 with a 383 FIP. And I don't know. That's it. Again, do not remember him. Oka was not great, says A-Dub. Tomo Oka. Already in the game. So don't, I didn't sing Really Vanilla Girl. Usually I fall for it, but I didn't sing. And then coming in with 9.3 lifetime, already in the game, Daisuke Matsuzaka is in the game, Boston Red Sox reliever. Could that be a card we get an upgrade of? It's possible. All right, this is 2008 Daisuke. What did Daisuke do? That was his second year in the big leagues. And what a year. 18-3. League leading 94 walks, but only 12 home runs. And fourth in Cy Young voting. Interesting. Sean MX Kelly, thank you for the follow. Great to have you here. 2008 Daisuke being bronze is a person. Yeah, this is interesting, Spore. I feel like this season, 18-3. Now the peripherals, 2.90 ERA and a 4.03 FIP though. You want a Steinbrenner on the card for a Rabu? Yeah, those look really good. That first, he had some luck fall his way though, right? A 1.324 WHIP before it really started to go up. A 4.03 FIP. That's a huge differential. Tell him to walk a lot fewer cards to get a better card. There you go. So his walks per 9, 5. Yikes. 5 walks per 9. A little insane. So already in the game. So I don't know that we're going to get an upgrade of this one because we've already got, kind of his best season. And so these Japanese players are already in the game. How about the guys that aren't on this list, that weren't in here? Of course, there's Ichiro. Ichiro, I don't know that we're going to get Ichiro right out of the gate. Maybe we do. But Ichiro is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And last year we had 2 Adrian Beltres. We had a gold Adrian Beltre, we had a diamond Adrian Beltre, and then we got the perfect Adrian Beltre around Hall of Fame weekend. Oh, and by the way, OTP's got this wonderful new relationship with the Hall of Fame. I can imagine some interesting things happening. So I don't know that Ichiro, again, more Ichiro is better. I don't know if we get Ichiro. We had a bronze belt trade too. That's right. I think later in the cycle, right? So Ichiro is a class of himself, right? 60 WAR. It's going to take how many more seasons does Shohei need to get to 60 to pass him? What's Shohei's WAR per year been going? Again, I think this is, I don't know if this is hitting and pitching together. Where can I see your WAR? So 6 WAR in hitting last year in LA for the Angels. So he'd have to do 10, you'd have to do like 6 more seasons of hitting. And then the question is the pitching. I'm assuming this is extra WAR, so anywhere like 3 or 4. So if he gets 10 a year, assuming, well, that was pretty. So maybe he has 10 a year in WAR, 4.5 a year in WAR and hitting. So maybe he gets to 39 this year. And if he has pitching and hitting next year, maybe he gets 6 or 7 WAR a year. Maybe 7 WAR a year. From 39, that means another 20 to go. So maybe 4 more years. Good to see you all here. It is Guess the Set. If you are interested in getting some packs, you just have to guess what cards are coming tomorrow, and I'm trying to give you some ideas that you can fill out your form. So good to have you all here. And again, shout out to if you guys are just joining us and didn't get a chance to go check out before. I want to make sure that we get a good shout out to Don't Cut the D-Block Dragon, who's now streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday, I think. Make sure you follow that man early in the morning. If you need some early morning drops, he'll be going early. He's out in Germany. He'll give you a different perspective on baseball from across the pond. Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. I knew there was different days. Wednesday, Fridays, and Sundays. 8:30 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. depending when the time changes. So check him out. And again, thank you for the drop in. Let's lobby Ichiro to come out of retirement and join the Tigers at age 50 so he can get a great PT25 card from Spore. On this list as well, again, we have this. We have the Ohtani in the game. The Darvish is in the game. The Matsui's in the game. Harak Sarikis, thank you for the follow. Thank you for being here. Hideo Nomo. Hideo Nomo, often touted as being the guy who helped open the door for more players to come in. You guys are writing y'all some new jokes for this cycle. I appreciate it. I know we do some new jokes. We gotta see some more cards from you, Spore, and then we'll be able to do it. Like, you never met a iron and bronze you didn't like, or something like that, based on how many more iron and bronzes we have this year. Sucker for the dead ball. I don't know. We'll figure out some stuff. We gotta work some more things in than Tigers. But Nomo, again, often touted as being kind of the first one who had success. Interesting story that I heard today in today's broadcast. If you missed it, Rays legend. Chan-Ho Park came up and played for the Dodgers. Didn't go well. Went back to the minors for the first 2 years, and then Hideo did so well coming up and pitching for the Dodgers that Park was inspired and worked even harder to get back to the Dodgers club, and that's what pretty much prompted him to work hard to get back and have his great years with the Dodgers. So Nomo not only influencing his countrymen, but other players from Asia to come through and have success in the big leagues, and is just an explosion of talent that we've been seeing, and really excited as we move forward to see all those players in the WBC, see what the NPB is going to be bringing more players to the big leagues, and very fun to see that go through. So Nomo, big inspiration in my life. I enjoyed him as well. The Tornado is his nickname. Hiroki Kuroda on the Yankees, number 6 with a bullet. No, wait. Or is that Tanaka? I don't know my Yankees. Kuroda wasn't Kuroda with the Dodgers? Am I kind of like losing my mind? I am losing my mind. I didn't even, yeah, Kuroda was with the Dodgers. I didn't even highlight him, and he was with the Yankees. So that's where I got confused. Kuroda there, one of the top ones as well. I knew I got confused somewhere along the line there. So Hiroki Kuroda, next on that list. And then Masahiro Tanaka, who I believe this is. My boy, I'm really losing it. How can you lose what you never had? This is true, Ezra. This is true. And thank you, my friend. Cheers to you, Ezra. Again, there are a lot of names on this list. I'm not going to go through every one of them because there are a lot of names on this list. So you should definitely go through and figure out any of these guys that sound kind of interesting. This is the kind of thing. Yes, Dr. Greenleaf mentioned this also in Nomo threw his first of 2 no-hitters in Coors Field in 1996 in the Juice era. That was an incredible, incredible game by Nomo. I totally missed that. Phantom Mind. And I thought, again, I swear I just keep hitting this, but this last guy, Kenta Maeda, had success, a lot of swingman years with the Dodgers. Thank you, PT25 fan, for following. And here he is, again, at the Dodgers, but also now with the Twins last year, and now this year with the Detroit Tigers. Could we see a Kenta Maeda card coming today? I would like to see a Kenta Maeda card coming, a historic one. Also on this list, which seems very topical, we did have a card from him last year as well, which was a speedy bronze card. Dave Roberts, manager of the Dodgers currently. Feel like you can't have a set. Matter of fact, I want to change my bunk picks. It's almost like you can't have a set that's inspired by the Korea series without having Dave Roberts as part of that set. So I'm throwing out there. A lot of people remember Hideki Okajima had a great card last season. Was kind of a stalwart card we had in gold last year. So a lot of interesting players that might have cards come tomorrow. Yeah, there's Dave Roberts. I totally glitched that one. You can use that music lessons. On this, again, looking further down the list of players from Japan with their career war in the majors, the one that stands out to me, the one that we got a lot of joy with playing in the 5L during PT24, it's Kenji Jojima. And first Japanese player to catch full-time in the major leagues, coming to the MLB at the age of 30. We just talked about Len Sakata before. Let's talk about Len Sakata before. He was a Japanese-American born in Honolulu and caught 1 game for the Baltimore Orioles. So Len Sakata, technically the first Japanese player to catch, but he only played 1 game. So he became the first full-time catcher in the leagues, played 4 or 5 seasons. Didn't get to the majors until he was 30 years old. So, but there are a lot of great names here. That might be something you want to add to your list. Screen grab it and think amongst yourselves. Fill out your form for Guess the Set. And you heard Jojima was worthless when it came out? Well, there you go. Unplayable. Every card's playable in some format. It is. I even, like that Koufax that you put out last year that I thought was horrible at bronze, I actually like it in the 5L. Because I couldn't figure out how to use it. And then I could figure out how to use it. Oh yeah, Hideki Arabu. I know, that was not great. The death chime is in. So, again, I'm probably sloughing my duties, but I feel like I don't have more deals on this. I really don't like to call him that hero driver. I feel it's kind of like a very unfortunate point in MLB history where Steinbrenner said that. So Not my favorite. No, I know. Yeah, Steinbrenner was exactly that. So what are you gonna do? It's all good. It's all good. Like, I understand. But Steinbrenner. Yeah, you know, if that becomes like your claim to fame, get in on this. We have one more thing that a lot of you might be waiting for. We've got some people just went ahead and put the responses in, even though I haven't done my bunk picks today. Here are the bunk picks coming up. Again, I'm going to do my picks to click. And today I feel like I'm taking it really, these are almost too easy. And so it's likely that they're, but I always say that and stuff doesn't happen. So how this works is I've got 5 picks to click. These are cards that I think are coming out tomorrow. I am not putting Ichiro on my list. You have to have 11 tomorrow, but screenshot this because you'll need this for that last question. You have some time to think about it. And why do we have it tomorrow at 11? Because tomorrow at 11 o'clock, I'll be on Laptop Town. We'll be doing a little pre-Twipped height with the Three Amigos show. I don't know if you'll be there, Sport, because you've got to do Twipped. So I don't know. But we'll be going through and showing off what everyone picked. Hopefully I'll have everything done by then. I might take a little bit more time to compile the data and see how things are looking. But we'll have some of our top picks by then that we can go through. So I appreciate everyone getting their stuff in so I can go through and do it. But again, you will no longer be an Amigo. It'll be the Dos Amigos. So these are my picks to click. Chanho Park, I feel like if you're doing this series, the first ever Korean ball player in the MLB needs to be part of the set. Sport does kill it and guess the set. Bunk or no bunk chest, there you go. We've got Kenji Jojima. Kenji is going to be going through, is one of my second picks because I think that having the first catcher, I mean, a lot of Japanese players come over and play. I don't think there's any other players from Korea or from Japan that have caught full time that I can think of. Do packs already issued have a chance to get new cards tomorrow? Yes. So here's how it works. When you click to open the pack is when it goes to the server and pull from all the different cards. So how does that work? I mean, we'll talk to Laptop Hound. We could make it work for the third Amigo. So here's how it works. I'm going to take this off so I don't get sidetracked on my bunk because it's easy to get sidetracked on my bunk. So here's how it works. The cards actually go through. So there's 2 ways of thinking about it, right? The cards are based on when you click on them. That's when it goes and pulls things from the server. If you get a bunch of lower level cards, or if you get a bunch of, like right now you have a certain odds of getting each of the perfects, each of the diamonds, etc. Tomorrow those odds will get tougher to get that one specific card because there'll be more cards in the pool at each level. At the same time, your card pack that you open might pull one of the brand new cards. And typically as the cycle goes, the new cards have slightly better stats, slightly better impact as you go through. Ezra says, always save packs to open after Twipped. I like doing my big pack rips on Saturdays. The market's settled a little bit. I can kind of feel what's going on a little bit. New cards are almost always better in the cycle, at least historically speaking. Again, this is Sport's second year. He's gotten to understand. Maybe things will change this year. Just, maybe not. Probably not. Because you want to keep building up the stuff. The EVC 100, yeah, I gotta get an OT. This is my OT 24 card. I gotta have my OT 25 card. So I'm working on it. Let's see. Yeah, your hoarding kind of pays off. I'm just ripping what I get. I'm just ripping what I get. I don't really hold off on stuff. I've always figured, the way I look at it is, there are still plenty of good cards that I could use. Whether the new ones are better or not, there are still plenty of good cards for me to get. And waiting an extra day, I don't think gets anything better. I've also found that selling duplicates on a Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday is better. So having more duplicates to sell on Tuesday or Wednesday when people are holding all their packs for post Thursday gives you a chance to do something in the market. So be a contrarian because and everyone's doing one thing. It's a game. You do the other thing. Hideo Nomo, again, this is just me wanting a Hideo Nomo card, so I picked Hideo Nomo on here. There's the Young Kim, Mr. Kim, Arizona Diamondbacks, closer for the Diamondbacks. Could be an interesting card, and again, usually not a super high level card. I feel like that's you're going to get something like this in the early cycle. So I went with him. And again, getting one of the top Taiwanese player left by war on the list felt like Kuo was the right call here. So I think, I think these are my picks. So you have to guess which one is most likely not to get a card tomorrow. Which one of these is most likely not to get a card? Yes, Kim can be a music lessons team when he comes out. I'm going to mispronounce so many. I think pretty much we've learned that everything in this set, except for a couple Dodgers, which I know. Yeah, I totally mangled it. I totally mangled Byung Hyun Kim. Byung Hyun Kim. Byung Hyun. I can't even say it one times fast. Bunk. That's Bunk Kim to you. That's Bunk to you. So if you pick one of these guys and they don't get a card tomorrow, you get a point. If they get a card, you get 0 points. So that's how this works. That's how this works. So Bunk Kim. Will it be Bunk Kim out of the gate? We shall find out. Byung Hyun. Thank you. Byung Hyun Kim. And then Laptap is going to be great with this. I cannot wait. If there's some that I missed, I can't do it one times fast, Chess. I'm not doing a 10. Laptap. It's laptop is now eligible. Oh, laptop, lope. So this is how you can tell. I appreciate you all being here and clipping all this, so I can go through and take it to my doctor for them to understand my cognitive loss here in my mental capacities. And we're going to keep tapping this and come back to this at some other point. So, thank you, really, really vanilla glory. Gorilla. See, really vanilla glory. It just gets worse. Wasn't that a Spinal Tap song? LMAO. Guys, get in. If you haven't gotten in already, it's time to get your guesses in for Guess the Set. So get those in. Born in Asia, played in Asia, or Asian descent. Taswigi's tried to do some things like that, but mostly from Japan. There's been people doing some, they've done some international, where no more than 3 players from any one country. It's a tough theme to do, music lessons. There are a great deal of players that are in the game at launch this year, so kudos to Spore for expanding it. But it is a tough... You just saw, I just showed you the war from those 3 main countries, and we're talking 40, 50, 60 players in that. So there are players who did play overseas, which makes sense and adds to it. And that's what Taswigi's done over the years. But that's a tough theme to do. It's a tough thing to do. Anyway, get it on Guess the Set. If you haven't done it yet, exclamation point guess is the form. And we've got... Grizzy's Hop, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. We've got 29 people in, so your odds are pretty good. You have a chance to win 20 packs. And again, if you're just getting here, my bonus guess the bunk. These are my 5 players. Which of these will likely not get a card? There is the bunk. Whew. Okay, so let's go through. And what else? What I have planned? A little update. Guys, there are so many ways to play this game. I've talked about theme teams. That's right. Ezra Denny won 2 of these last year. If you can if he can win 2 guess sets, you can too. There are some different ways of playing OTP. If you don't know OTP, out of the park baseball, we do all this wonderful perfect team stuff. There's also online leagues where you can actually create a player from scratch and watch them progress from the minors to the majors, and then you can watch the sims of your player in games. So I've had a couple players for a couple years now in the EMLB. For the EMLB, the FKN Commish LB, you can. I don't think I put the link in for that one. Your blown clock is right 2 times a day, exactly. But the PBE, so I got to put the link in for FKN Commish. You can go to his Discord, but you can go to the PBE Discord to follow PBE Sim. I think I screwed that up as well. Man, exclamation point professionals. I am in rare form today. Did that work? There's a PBE. I think it did work. So you can get in the PBE and get a player. And I'm excited. I guess it's my first player in the PBE. It's my first week. I got into the Anchorage Wheelers. And in my second week, I had a pretty horrible first month. But in my second week, my Enrique Von Caliente got the minor league PBE hitter of the week, hitting 12 hits and 25 at bats, driving in 11 runs, scoring 7 times. So I'm very excited the PBE build of Enrique Von Caliente. Destined to be a second baseman, playing some third base, but just like Mookie, maybe I'll go to shortstop. Why not? So join in the PBE if you haven't. Go check it out. A lot of fun. Wildcat Bandit, I've seen you. You're on Boise, right, Wildcat Bandit? Because I'm the banker for Boise. You do little jobs, do little tiny things, and get you points to help. You don't have to spend any money to do it, to upgrade, etc. going through there. So Enrique Von Caliente is now available for your theme team music lessons. Because I can't even say my own player's name right. There you go. And I'm also in the MLB. I've got on Minerva's team, I've got Edgar Von Heimdeller in at second base, playing in Double-A, hitting 285, 402, 365 so far in May, so looking okay there. And working more on our bat a little bit more. But a lot of eye, a lot of contact, seem to do okay. And of course, my all-star Eric Von Cola. That's why I have the wonderful Iraq attack. Heimdallr. It's the green. It's a. I don't know. I've got the cola emote that you can use when you if you want to have me hydrate. Also for Von Cola, and for my PBE guy, I have this Caliente, this just chili pepper. I know you're right. I may be a little narcissistic. It may be a little bit too much about me, but there's a chili pepper there if you want to go through. So there's some players that we've got in the league. It's kind of fun to watch your players go through and do well. I'm behind on last year for Von Cola, but making it work. So anyway, another way to play, we've been talking about this all a little bit on stream. It's called Theme Teams. And hey, DA186, how you doing? That's why I was in Patagonia. You find something that you're passionate about. So the theme teams are a subset of cards that you can play with, and we get in leagues together. To make a theme team, it's really easy. All you got to do is come up with something you're passionate about. It could be players from Patagonia, for example. Not that a lot of players. Players with the letters from Patagonia in their names. Something you're passionate about. Like I enjoy the Dodgers, and I enjoy Fernando Valenzuela. Join us in our Discord. The link's right there. Donuts, Ezra. You could do an entire thing on donuts, and every player have to have a letter from the word donuts in their name somewhere. So if a D-O-N-U-T or S, donuts. If you don't like donuts, it could be every player who has a name that does not include any of those letters in it. So you can play both ways on the donuts. There you go, David Wright. You're also hungry? So join us in the Discord if you want to come up and create a theme team. These rules are in there as well. And then you just build your team. Get all 26 players on your team to meet your constraints that you've come up with. Then go to the Add My Theme team channel. And so you add your theme team and you fill out the form. And when you fill out that form, then I add you the friends list. And then you add TTC to your name. Go into settings. And in settings, there's league placement. You want to change it from random to use friends list. And then every Sunday, I'll ping you when the friends list is updated. And you can find where you're going to be next week. I'm going to be in bronze next week. All the other players are going to be in bronze next week. Add them to your friends list. And we get together and play in leagues. And so that's how we do it. So you're in the same league with other people playing similarly. All players must have glaring holes in their ratings. I like that, IBDBTU. That's a fun donut. So I feel like a theme might be coming in. Oh, no. Yeah, and it's okay. If there's multiple people who want to do donuts themes and see who has the better donut theme, then go for it. Just because I have a Dodgers theme team does not mean someone else cannot have the same Dodgers theme team. Yo Dodger Bob has the same Dodgers theme team I do. All players who played in Dodger Stadium this year. We're going to see who goes at it. So I like it. There's just a lot of donut stuff. The donut holes. There you go. And have your entire roster holding donuts. Donut teams have to fight to the death. I don't know. Donuts and death don't go together, do they? Now we're getting really dark. Sorry. So come make a theme team of things. I also made a YouTube channel because I was waiting for on last Friday when I was waiting for the game release. So this stream and others will be put on there as you go through. So if it's easy for you to watch a stream, and if you want to go back and replay the bunk portion of this when you're filling out your form, you can do that. Krispy Kreme. Fight to the first jelly is better. I do like that better. All players born on a Tuesday in an even-numbered year. If you want to do the research, you can. Krispy Kreme correlates with death pretty closely. Follow us on the YouTube if you are interested. I haven't figured out different content yet. I might do some little things here or there, but... Wait, there are no YouTube drops. What's up with that? What's up with that? I want to thank everyone who subscribed to the channel. Yeah, but where are you going to get that information? Was there a data leak? Was there a data leak, Hyra? I want to thank everybody. Let me get into this and turn my big head out of the way. I want to thank everyone who's been supporting the channel. You guys are amazing. All the different subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are great. It's great to have 400 of you hanging out here. Again, if you're just joining us, get in on the Guess the Set giveaway we're doing right now. There's the link in chat. That's the form you have to go to and fill out who's coming tomorrow. It's real easy. Again, I want to thank everyone who's been supporting the channel. There are a lot of you, thanks to who just subscribed today. Oh my gosh, so many new followers today. Dr. Greenleaf, thank you for the sub today. And Spore gifted a sub. Thank you, Spore, for gifting a sub to Nicolino earlier today as well. And again, you've got it all here. You've got all these wonderful people. Doc Holliday, 13 months. Ezra Denny, 11 months. Don't Get the D-Block Dragon, 7 months. The Real Teddy O, 6 months. Captain Kegley, 2 months. Fred the Baker, 3 months. Port Dog, 2 months. Absurd Doctor, 1 month. Lowly Worm, 1 month. Yo Dodger Bob, Nazbase, and Captain Kegley giving out subs left and right to people. There are not very many good wide aims. This is true, Dukeston. And I had to go to a third checklist. So all subs get all these emotes. And, always looking for more emotes. I do have to add some bagels on here at some point. But again, thank you all for being being part of this and being part of the community, you guys make it a lot of fun as we go through. And just so you also know, my upcoming schedule, I'll be back again on Saturday, 11 a.m. We'll be going through and ripping packs across all our squads, where you can win packs again. Just guess what I'm going to get. And a lot of blah, 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 and rip a pack-a-palooza that you'll be hearing every time I open a pack. Also, don't forget, I'll be on with Laptop Hound tomorrow at 11 a.m. giving you some pre-twipped hype. You're eating a ham and Swiss sandwich on a bagel in my honor? Oh, I love it. The bagels and schmear. I'll be on again on Monday night doing our postseason. Anybody who gets the playoffs in 2024, we'll try to highlight those teams and a new roll call of all the new theme teams coming in. And then we'll be back for Guess the Set again next Wednesday. So be sure to be here. Subscribe or follow the channel so you can find out when I'm going to be here. Just a smear of mayo? It's not the same. It's not the same. Again, also, tons of amazing, I think there's 18 or 19 different affiliates. Follow all these people if you want to get more drops from other people. That's my boy. Thank you so much for the follow. Glad to have you in. So let's go through and take a look at where we are in the daily bagels and schmear. Again, if you missed it, you have a chance to win. Everyone who gets it's EVC and NYC bringing the sounds of New York City. There's the sirens going by. Every time you get in, you have a chance by the end of the month. And each calendar month, we'll go through and tally up the results. Thank you, Hillside Robin. Good to see you, my friend, Hero Driver. How you doing? A bagel is basically a donut. It's very different, Dukeston. It may be taste like a donut where you are. But trust me, a real New York bagel, nothing like a donut. The PBE will be on at 9:30 Eastern tonight. It's a little different time than usual. But they're at 9:30 Eastern tonight. So make sure to check out the PBE as well. And it's at, let's see if I can do this right. Shout out. PBE Sim. Did I do it right? Yes. Follow that channel. And of course, you can also go through and smear on your donuts. That sounds horrible. You have a good Asiago bagel? Nice, nice. I'm an everything bagel guy. So let's go check in on the tourney and see where we are on this tournament. A smear of icing. Let's go into the game. Where are we on this? We have a league update. This is one of my theme teams. We've been talking about so many different theme teams. Which one is this? I can't even figure out. I also have a PAX only team, which I think this one is. This is the PAX only team. Lap tap. The lap tap spear. This is we're trying to get some packs for this squad. So this is our PAX only team. And this is called EVC's Temptation Sing. I was trying to figure out a way to play this song, and I cannot for the life of me figure out a change. I took a grab of something, and every time I look at this team, where is it? It's not a good team. I need to pull more packs on it, but this is the packs only team. It's EVC's Temptation Sing because I want to use the card shop, so I'm trying very hard. The PCK is a thing that Laptop's doing this year with packs only team, so I'm going to try to stick with it. And where was I going with this? It's just a nonstop thing here, guys. Yeah, I want to play this every time. Does it work? I'm telling you, I learned a little something on this. Just your imagination. Running away with me. Yes, I did not know that Rick James was actually, I always think Temptation Sing, and I always think about like the Temptations and the Fates and like Greek mythology and things like that. I think it's Greek mythology. Man, I don't know what I don't know, but I don't know a lot. And I didn't realize that he was actually related to one of the guys who sang in the Temptations. So there you go. Which is kind of fun. Did you miss the bunk? For you, Rob, during the headlights, there's always bunk. I know this because I know I've seen you in my streams a lot. There's always bunk happening. Here is my bunk. If you're here at the stream, if you need it, here is the bunk. Parliament bunk. Take a screenshot. Take a look. Those are my 5 picks to click this week. Which one of them are not going to happen? So you can follow the VOD later as well. But there you go. 40 consecutive streams? 40 consecutive streams. Rob, you're in the headlights. Thank you, my friend. Long-time watcher, first-time talker. Anyway, we've got some packs to pull here on the Temptation Sing that we'll be doing on Saturday. Part of our Saturday Rip-A-Pack-A-Palooza. And how Saturday is going to work is you have to guess how many perfects, golds, diamonds, etc. I get live and historical, and whoever gets it right, 2 different winners will get 10 packs each. So join me on Saturday for that. So we were going to take a look at the bagels and schmear and see where we are. Yeah, you're totally due. I don't know the white sport coat and a pink carnation, but I should. It's in my head, and I should know it. Bear with me as I figure things out here. We're working on getting these things filled up. So let's go take a look at the. Let me go through. Sorry, I shouldn't read off. I shouldn't read. Marty Robbins. Hero Driver. I need the song. I do not know. I don't know this one. Let's go take a look at the latest build here. So I just keep, every time my team makes 1,000 perfect points on this team, I'm just like going in automatically, immediately, and buying a standard pack because I do not want to be tempted to use the perfect points. And so that's how I'm keeping myself to do a packs only team this year. Again, there are just so many ways of playing perfect team. Let's go take a look at the tournament, where we are in the tournament tree. Okay. So we're down to 8. And do I know any of these people? Let's go take a look at the tournament coverage we have here in the quarterfinals. It's the Mile High Mayhem Packs Only squad going up against the Broomfield Bigfoots. It's the my nemesis, the Hudson, New York Whales, going against the St. Paul Little Mowers. Ah, that's a fun name. St. Paul Little Mowers. The LaGrange Lone Gunman going up against the Athens Turds Packs Only squad. Number 1, Catch is King. Number 2, Communicate. Number 3, Buy or Bury the Competition. The Bigfoots in your division, nice. Pink Shoelaces by Dodie Stevens in 1959. Wow. Lone Gunman is you? That's Hero Driver there. Up 1-0 over the Athens Turks PCK. Nice. And the Random City Rascals down 1 game to the Climax Knights. One more night. Sorry. That's Razar going up against Godfather 43-43. Is that Dono 43-33? So there you go. Those are our current coverage where we are right now in the round of 8, qualifying best of 5. So congratulations for all of you getting through. We'll see. We'll come check back in and see how that's going. But always great to get in, if you can, to the Daily Bagels and Schmear. So you guys win this round, you'll get some points that will be coming towards the towards this. It'll be fun. Seriously, I can't even finish sentences anymore. Tournament coverage banned? TCB? Anyway, there you go. There's your... There are all the Daily Bagels and Schmear winners to date and all the people who have beaten me to date. I do need to update that. I was beaten today by the New York Whales, I believe it was. What was the name of the team? I am forgetting the name of the team. They play other people's teams. It is the... I know it's Frog Snout, but I'm going to keep on saying Frogs No Oot. Yes. The Hudson, New York Whales. The Hudson, New York Whales. So we'll just get that in right now. I am getting ousted in the first round once again. The Hudson, New York Whales. You would think I would figure this stuff out and have all these things pre-formatted like that. You know. There we go. The Hudson, New York Whales. Congratulations, you're in on a drawing. Every team who beats me during the month will be in on a drawing for 5 packs. Everyone who gets first, whoever gets first on the leaderboard at the end of the month will get, what did I say, 20 packs? Wild. It was second round for me. Thank you. Keeping me honest, or at least not feeling so bad about myself. But still no pity packs. I wanted some pity packs in there. So get in there if you can. It usually fires around 10 o'clock, 10:30ish. Nobody can keep me honest. No, that's why we do this. That's why everything's here, so you can just make sure. I need you guys as much as you need me for drops. I need you guys to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. So I appreciate y'all. Again, if you're just joining us, if you're just showing up, if you've had a great lunch break and you want to get in on Guess the Set, you have a chance to win 20 packs. You have a chance to win 20 packs in a drawing tomorrow. This is guess the cards that are going to be in the set tomorrow. And if you guess the cards correctly, you could win 20 packs. Second place gets 5 packs. There are tiebreakers, the overall stuff in the card, the overall BABIP. So there's 2 fields for those. Fill those out. And there's the last questions. I just did that, A-Dub. I just did that. So you can go through and do that. There's a question on there that is EVC's bunk. For getting them all wrong? No. I don't shame people on my channel. Rob Deere, you should start streaming and just shame people left and right and see how it goes. But again, only 1 entry per account, or per person, not per account. Excuse me, per person. It's on the form. It's on the form. The mighty EVC, no prize. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. That's for Saturdays, but it's on the form. Is it a shame they're getting a prize? It's not exactly. Well, maybe that is the prize. So these are my bunk cards. You have to guess which one is not going to actually be in tomorrow's set. If you can get one that's not in tomorrow's set, you get an extra point for the guess the set. Okay. One of the things, I don't know if you guys have done this yet, I've started to finally figure out how to do tourneys in a way that I can save and automatically put in what I want to put in. Well, you only pick one. You only put one in. Only put one in. If you pick 2, it doesn't work. So if you put multiple in, then I can't give you points. If you want to whisper me the single one, if you put 2 in by mistake, oh, you think they're all going to be? You only picked 2 of the bunk picks when in reality I should have picked 4 of them, other than the actual bunk pick. Okay, got it. I'm sorry. Reading is fundamental. I do need that. I need the riff logo as the emote because I feel like I do that as well. So we say I need a bagels emote and a riff emote. Your actual choices should have been my bunk choices. Well, it could be. I went a little bit too hardcore. I think these are going to be good tomorrow. Like if I had to judge one of these right now that I think is going to be not in tomorrow, maybe Nomo. But I'm going to be wrong with that too. That's why we call it. Yeah, I think they all have a chance. I agree with that. I feel pretty good about our chances tomorrow. I have had a couple where I've gotten all of them right, but there are 3 Dodgers, Dukes, and yes, did you notice that? I did try to make sure I had one from Taiwan, one from Japan, and one from Korea to kind of make sure I've got everything kind of covered. And I think that's so. I got a Dodger from each country. So yes, always bet against myself. Very nice. Very nice, really vanilla gorilla. I know it's spelled differently, but I like it. Okay, so I thought I'd do this while we're hanging out. I'm gonna hang out here until Dr. Dynastic is up and around and doing stuff, and we can go streaming to him. Yeah, I don't know, Rob, you're in headlights. It's a wide descriptor. So one of the things I figured out is I'm starting to understand how to use the tournament builder. I finally have some information. I'm starting to do some tournament building on things. And so let's go through in the game. And let's go through and show something I've learned. And hopefully this helps you a little bit as well as you're doing things. So if you're going into OTP and starting to do tournament builder, and again, if you're doing a theme team, again, trying to win some of these tournaments is like key to being able to go through and keep your team getting packs and doing something, right? You need to create a pack economy. And so this is not the theme team I'm going to do it on. Let me go into another one. Let me go to another team. And we'll just kind of hang out a little bit here as I go log in another place. Let's do this one. Yes. So I got it. The unfortunate thing is for me to get into my own tournament, I have to go in with another team. I have to have multiple teams to get into the other tournament, which is awesome that they're filling up quickly. I don't know if we can expand it to 128. If we expand to 128, I think it becomes a weekly tournament. So we'll have to figure out how we do that. And it also gets really hard to win. So I don't know. As long as there's some pity packs involved, I'm all good. Let's play in a game here. So I am playing some bronze tournaments. I probably overstepped a little bit. I'm trying to get some bronze tournaments going. And so what I've done is in the roster builder, I've actually created a bronze roster. So you can go into you see I clicked up above. I clicked on the roster builder and I looked at the different cards I have. And I can make something up. Oh, do you want to see me a video about the roster? Well, then you're ahead of me. But you can tell me when I'm doing something wrong. So I've got this roster. Again, not the greatest roster in the world. I do have the Jake Stahl. I do have the Dolph Camilli. I need some better catchers, possibly. I'm trying some of these different bronze cards that seem to do well. I pulled some data from some tournaments and doing some things, right? And so when you finish when you make a roster, again, you can import something to start a roster. So if I want to start a new roster, I can import another roster and come and do something. But once I've created the roster, I can go back to here and let me go through. Let me do this right again. I'm going to modify something in this roster, and let's modify it. I'm going to change the lineup, do a small tweak in the roster. The cards you got were pitiful? Yeah. So let's go modify this roster, and today I'm going to just, let's go to lineups real quick. And I've got Christian Yelich leading off here. And maybe Christian Yelich shouldn't lead off, although he's got a decent... Let's get Kitty Bransfield to lead off instead. I'm going to switch them around. Oh, they're not playing. Kitty's not in the lineup because I've got Camilli. So... Christian Yelich is already enough person. I'm just going to switch somebody around here. I'm going to switch Tom Tresh and Jake Rogers around. And put Tom Tresh at the bottom of the lineup there to hit some homers. Okay, I can save this roster, And what you'll see when you go back here is that the roster is now, well, it didn't do it. Huh. So the roster is here. I've updated the roster. I can go through now and I can't update the roster. Why won't it let me update the roster here? I should be able to update the roster based on the change I made. Sigh. Hero Driver, you're in good mood today. The music's just flowing. Oh, kitty, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, kitty. So now we can go through. Once you've got that uploaded, the key is uploading it to the server. Once you upload the server and you get into a bronze tournament, God, I'm just failing left and right in this. This is not a good demo. Big fail. Let's go switch to another, well, should be another bronze tournament coming in soon. Just kind of wait, turn us to 30 seconds. Wait for that to upload. And when you enter a quick tourney like this, if you already have a roster that's made for it, it's not loading things directly. In DO86, I don't know if you know something different here, but I don't see, like, when I go in, it doesn't save that specific tourney. Oh, please give me another bronze here. Here we go. So I can sign up for this, right? I've signed up for this tourney. And then this is a bronze with a DH. I have a bronze tourney there with a DH, and I can just hit set roster, and that will import the roster. It doesn't always require you to upload to the server. I always wonder if I want to make sure it upgrades to the server, I don't know. So we can go take a look. We can go set rosters now and take a look what happens. And now it's going to go pull my bronze slot number 2 roster that I created and add it to the team. Loading, loading, loading. Rawhide. And it should pop up. Okay, so I have a failure on this one. It should have taken my this always concerns me a little bit. If it didn't take, I can go in here to import roster, but I don't want that. I don't want to import from my league. I want my roster builder one. So I can go into bronze, import bronze from my roster builder, and that will upgrade and bring in my right one. I know it doesn't load here, but I've had it before. You having to load it in the game. I've had it before where if I put it on the main screen, then I click in to check in, it does go through and pop up the thing that I put on the main screen. So there's still some stuff working on, but I liked that enough that it works, and you have to realize that you've got to have the right setup. So there's still some early phases on it, but it does seem to save me time as far as having to go through. Of course, it didn't work in this case, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why. So I'm trying to come up with some rosters. I've started to export some data, and so I'm not a big modeler. But one thing I do is I like to go into the big tournaments. I go into the daily bronze tournaments and the daily gold tournaments and daily iron tournaments, and I like to extract the data from those tournaments. And then I like to go through and combine the players by their card ID. And then I like to go through and I calculate WOBA. Oh, it's nice when you sign up for a tourney and there is a create roster button that brings in the restrictions automatically. Oh, interesting. How do I extract the tourney data? Let me show you. Let's go through. I'm going to go switch to another account real quick that I've got more data on, and we'll go through and do that. So I'm going to log out of this account, and then I'm going to log into my main. And also, I'll be on later today. I totally forgot. I'm going to be on Dr. Dynastic stream a little bit later today, too. Just if you haven't gotten enough from me. And if I can type it properly and talk at the same time. Okay. Ooh, got a pack. Yay. So let's go through and look at some tourneys, shall we? Let's go play the game. Okay. I've got my daily early gold and bronzes in here. I've been eliminated from everything today, of course. So I want to go through and see what happened. This tournament is not over yet, but I can go into my tournaments. And I can go into a gold tournament here. Let's go to gold tournament. And I can go into, well, let's go sign up for that one. I'm signing up, and this is what I typically do. I can use this pull down here, and you see I can pull my round robin from 1922 roster in, or I can play my normal gold roster in. And there's a little pull down here where you can kind of choose which roster to kind of put in. Okay, so I'm going to my my tournaments, and let's go take a look at the daily gold tournaments. And I got eliminated on the 18th, right? So I can go examine this and take a look at what I have from a stat standpoint. So I want to extract the data from this to understand which cards played well and which cards did not play well. So what you do, and I got into the next round, but not far enough. You go into tournament, statistics, and then you get sortable stats. And so I've got a pitching stats that don't look, I don't know if, I got to make sure I have no splits. And these pitching stats, and I want it for all pitchers. And what I'm pulling here is that you can change what data you want to pull. So anytime you're in here, if you want to enter this pitch, you can go add columns, and you can choose which of the different pitching statistics you want to have pulled out. I've specifically set it up so I'm pulling out data that I need to calculate a pitcher's WOBA or a hitter's WOBA. So I've got singles, doubles, triples, homers, intentional walks, sacrifice hits, sacrifice flies, a lot of other stuff I don't really need, but they're just additional data. What I don't have on here, and I should have on here, is something else, which let's go through and do this. We're going to customize it, and we're going to add in the player ID. And that makes sure that if I have multiples of the same player, I don't have, I can tell that it's one player or another. They also have something on here, if you were looking for this, that it shows you, sorry, I want the PT card ID. I don't want the player ID. So let's get rid of that. It also shows you whether this is a, this is new this year, a combinator and combinator level. How much have you missed? We did a bunch of bunk. I'll cover some bunk in a moment if you want to hang on, but if you still want to go through and do bunk, you can do here. No, that's not it. Guess the set is still going if you want to get in on the form. Guess what cards are coming tomorrow. And I'll show you the bunk in a bit here. I finish this. So I can go through and ensure that I am looking at, you know, there's two Enrique Hernandez's. There's two Kike Hernandez's in the game. There's the live version, and then there is a historical version. And there could also be an historical combinator version at some point. And so by having these indicators in here, when I just see name, I'll know that it's one Kike versus the other. I'll know it's one Kike versus the combinator version of the Kike. So this is a way to discern which of the different cards I'm looking at in the data. So let's make sure I've saved that. And now what I do is you have two things to do. You can write the report to disk. When you do that, it'll open up a browser page and just give you a page that looks like, that looks kind of like this. There's the page where all the data is in there, right? Or something else you can do, this is new this year, which I like. You can write report to CSV, and it'll throw it in your online data folder. And when I do that from the online data folder, I go and rename it for what tourney it is. but I know that I can go to that folder, I can bring it up and go find that data. And so that allows you to go grab the data that you're pulling out of it, right? And I have the same thing for batting. I have a batting extract. And the batting extract, again, I want to get all hitters. I have included pitchers in the past in the way, so all players, because there are some two-way pitchers this year that you may find interest in looking at. And then I do the same thing. I'm going to do report to CSV. Okay, so I've updated this already with the specific indicators that I use to do my own calculations. And then basically what I do is, let's see if I can find it here. Fangraphs.com, WOBA. I basically calculate for each player the WOBA, which you can't see here. But it's basically an equation that allows you to go through and see, you do this equation and come up with your weighted on base average, weighted on base percentage. And I do that for pitchers and hitters. Those pitchers with low WOBAs, I like. Those hitters with high WOBAs, I like. Anything above average or below average on, for each respectively. Then I use that to kind of figure out which cards are good in the game and which ones to target and which ones to go buy in the shop. So I've done this. I'll do it in gold. I did a gold one, and this is going to be ugly, but I've got this gold tourneys, and I can plug in more data in. You'll see that I've downloaded all this data. These are all the pitchers. This is all the raw data for hitters. And what I did is I created something that just ties in the pitcher's name and the player's name and the ID. There's a little equation called concatenate. It allows you to take one field, comma, 2 colons here, and put a little dash in between, and then another field. And so what that did is now it's Austin Barnes, because there's 2 Austin Barnes in the game. Now only 1 Austin Barnes is being played in the game right now. In the Gold League. They're not playing the live Austin Barnes in the Gold League. But at some point, if those cards show up, I want to be able to distinguish between the Austin Barnes in Gold and the Austin Barnes live card. And there are other ways of doing that, but I just use this. And then I make a pivot table. I basically highlight all these things. I do insert pivot table on a new sheet. And it takes all the data that I have on this and creates a pivot table. And so the batting pivot table is basically taking all the different A.J. Burnett's. I'm sorry, I've got too many things. Too many screens going on. I'm missing some things. I missed some different things here. Hold on, let me make sure. First year of Purify Team. Can you explain how the live cards work? Are they updated often? Do we see wild swings in value? So live cards update usually the first Monday or so after the end of the month. Spore may have an idea of some different schedule of that's going to happen for live cards. They can fluctuate wildly. If someone's performing much worse or much better than their initial projections that OATP has, then that card will inflate. And so there is some speculation that might happen. If you have more questions, definitely hit me up. Sorry, I missed that earlier. So I've now taken all the different, Aaron Hicks that are in game. See, there's 2 Aaron Hicks here. All the different Adam Dunns. There's only 1 Adam Dunn that's in this file. But I've taken all the stats from all the players. There are many people who played the new Akil Badu, which is a mission reward player. Oh, starting in May for the updates? So Spore, are we going to get new cards in April for new players added? There's a special mid-April update to get a bunch of guys in the game, such as Snell, new Japanese players, as long as they're approved in time. Oh, crossing fingers. Sucks not to have this season starting with the Yamamoto, who's pitching tomorrow. We'll see how he does. And then, so there's a mid-April update to just add cards in the game. And then in May will be the first Ratings change. Okay. Very cool. No update for Snell or Yamamoto in the beginning of April. It'll be mid-April. And they have to get approved, I guess, by... Each of these cards, if you don't know this, each card has to be approved by the Major League Players Association. It's not an easy process. And that's why it's... licensing is a funny thing. So thank you, OTP, for putting together. So... Again, there's the Austin Barnes being played by a lot of players. So this is the plate appearances, so I know that that's what's being played a lot. Then what I do is I go through and I actually calculate the WOBA for every player. So that equation I showed you before on here, on Fangraphs, I've taken that equation, I'm just making that formula here, and I've now created a WOBA, let's get this back closed, for every player. So the AJ Przinsky has a 420 WOBA, which is above average. The problem is he did it only 14 at-bats. So that's just garbage data, right? It's too small a sample size, as we like to say. So what I did is I looked at the top players with at least 50 at-bats just to get a feel for some of the top cards in gold. And in this case, again, let's let me give you some more room here. These are some of the top hitters in gold that I went and looked at. And Brian Reynolds in 56 at-bats. Again, not a ton of at-bats. This is a small tourney. I need to get more tourneys. Well, Spora, I'm actually taking, when I'm doing this, I'm actually taking multiple people's Amos Strunks in 101 at-bats during a tournament and combining it all to get with what their WOBA is. Right? So it's going to be different from what the game is. And I'm not, I am not a modeler in any way. But this allows me to go through and at least, so I like to go through, like, okay, I need to make a pack economy. I need to do better in gold tournaments. I need to do better in bronze tournaments. I need to do better in each of the different levels. How do I understand what cards are good or what cards are not? And so by pulling this data and doing the WOBA, I can see that, that Jack Sawinski live card has that power and eye combo. In 105 plate appearances, he's got a 442. The Austin Barnes, I didn't even realize was in the game. He's got an 81 catcher framing and had a 436 WOBA in 134 at-bats. So these are players that I wouldn't have thought of playing before. They're now in my roster that I didn't have before. Yes. And he plays second base with a 70-something rating at second base. So as a backup, you can do that as well. So Eddie in Wonton. Thank you for the follow, my friend. So there's a lot of different ways of, this is how I go through and pull data to understand what it is. I know this is bronze batting. This is gold batting. The Akil Baddoo played in 130 games. Very balanced card, Mission Edition card. I own the Hideki Matsui. There he's doing very well. The Dominic Smith at first base in gold looks very good. V. Wright, he's very splitty. So kind of interesting to look at. And also, yes, these live cards, if I can buy, it makes sense for me to go buy a Sawinski because I can use it both in PT Live and in these gold tournaments right out the gate. So this is kind of the way that I'm looking at it and trying to get some type of feeling. I'm kicking my head against the wall trying to figure out how do I get better in these tournaments. So the other way, the easy way to do it would be go back to look at what's in the game and see the specific tournament that we were playing in. And again, later in the season, I don't pull as much data, but maybe I've got a way to pull data that's a little bit easier now, so I might do a little bit more. At least if I'm in big tournaments. In the quick tournaments, they're too small data sets. They're one-game playoffs or things like that. That's not enough data. Playing an entire series of games makes more sense. But you can just go to stats, and you can go through and look at the hitting leaders. Who was the top, WAR hitters? Ken Boyer, Nicky Lopez. A lot of defensive WAR happening here, but also hitting 429, hitting 433, and hitting 418 in gold. So this is another way of just going through and looking at players and figuring out which ones you think might be better to get a feel for what seems to be playing. Now, again, different tournaments have different type of meta pitchers that'll evolve. You know, the meta, people are just trying to figure out what cards to play right now, and sooner or later, maybe it'll be all like right-handers, and so you want different, more left-handed hitters that'll do well, or vice versa. Things will happen as you go through and do different tournaments. But that's kind of the thing I'm doing to try to figure out how can I do these streams a little bit better, right? Or excuse me, not streams, because, you know, exclamation point professional. But how can I do these tournaments a little bit better and get some better cards in them? And then for my theme teams, I either want to make like an iron or bronze. So I've got more cards on my main. I'm going to get into some of those big tournaments on there, get some data, and that will then figure out with my limited perfect points on a theme team. I need to get those themes going and figure out how to get into tournaments. I can then figure out which cards to buy with my limited perfect points in those that I can build out a team. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I hope that's helpful for some of you that are looking at ways of doing things. But you know, you need a pack economy. Drops are a huge way of getting more packs. So, you know, follow different streamers that you have across the web. But there's 18 or 19 of us, I think I have on a screen. I'll show you in a bit again. But think about, you know, tournaments as that other big way of driving things in. And how do you get better in tournaments? You learn what cards you're playing well, which cards are not, and then modifying your tournaments and strategies that way. So I hope that's helpful. There's just so many ways to play this game. It is mind-blowing, the sandbox ability of this game. From online leagues, theme teams, packs-only teams, tournaments that you can win. Again, keeping on top of that. The only thing I'm missing is time. Ken Boyer is him. It's a skill issue. It could be a skill issue. I mean, this Ken Boyer card, you know, plays great third base. Hit 375, 413, 625. But that's one Ken Boyer, right? If we go into the database and go and look at our stats, sortable stats, again, tournament, stats, sortable stats. Look at all the Hugh Duffies that are in here. And the Hugh Duffies, let's go through and I'm going to filter, customize. Last name is Duffy. Out of the 60-some teams in this, 25 had the Hugh Duffy. 25 of them took the Hugh Duffy card, the 989 overall gold card. And of this group, you'll see we had 3 that had over a 1 WAR. A lot of them in the 0.1 to 0.6. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4 with 5 with a 0 to negative 0.1 WAR. So when you look at all these things together, there's a lot of highs and lows. So when you're pulling in all these and aggregating them to find out what this player is on average, again, your performance, your mileage may vary, very heavy here, right? It is a thing that you go through. Who else? We look at Ken Boyer, huh? I am missing. What's going on in chat? Let's go to the filter again. And customize. Let's go Boyer. How many Boyers do we have? We had one Boyer who led the league in WAR. We had one Boyer that had a negative 0.3. So again, tying these all together, so you're probably going to be more in this mid to high point something WAR in a short tournament like this. But by having more of the experience of this player card in the tournament, the more we can figure out how they're going to actually perform. So that's just a little bit music lessons. It's probably 2 more than you asked for music lessons, but that's kind of how you can extract content from the game, and it's a way to play. So hopefully that's helpful and gives you some more things to kind of be better. It's not skill, is it? Yeah, maybe. So what else is going on? We have one pack here on our main team. Let's go pull one pack. And again, if you guys have any other questions, again, Spore gave us a really good insight here, which I did not know before. They're going to be a little mid-April update with some cards of players like Snell and some of the new Asian players that are coming through for their cards. And then there's going to be May 1st, or right at that first Monday in May, we're going to get the first update on the live cards. So let's go take a look at where my team is. I've had a little pack luck. I've pulled one perfect so far on the main. It was a Jocko Milligan. And I've pulled a couple diamonds. A John Anderson, a Del Pratt. Del Pratt's been very nice as a leadoff hitter. He's one of my new favorite cards. Plays a lot of good second base. 99 overall on the second base. Got good infield range. Stellar turn double play. Those are the two things you want to look at first on evaluating a second baseman's numbers. So for infield range and turn double play, that was a really great pick. And he's been hitting great. The BABIP is not the greatest, but good eye and a void K means he's getting some hits. And he's got some power and a little bit of gap stuff too. So he's hit 13 doubles and 7 dingers in out of his 50 hits. So a 604 slugging. The variance of gold pitches for me is the late gold tourney has been the biggest problem for me. Dude, yeah, I think pitching rotations, I will say Eddie and Wonton. I will say that pitching rotations are the most variable thing in small sample sizes. It's going to take a lot of data to get feeling comfortable with what pitchers may be good. And it's variable in each start. It's variable by the defense behind them. And so pitching is probably the biggest wild card, and it's hard to feel really confident ever about pitchers. I am not winning a lot of tournaments. I'm still working on it. So, you know, I've just given you some information about how I'm doing things. You may not want to follow it because I'm not exactly performing with a lot of tournament wins. We've got one standard pack. Let's just open it. I can't wait. Got some sirens for some pack luck, and it brings in Gus Varland. But I have one new Washington National I did not have before. There you go. It's EVC in New York City, bringing the sounds of New York City. So when I'm doing this, I really love this new feature of being able to sell a card here. I already have a Gus Varland. It's a duplicate for me. And I'm going to sell him, not at the lowest rate, but kind of there, a little bit there. Yes, Cage Willis, and that is also a very true statement. People are just playing whatever they've pulled right now, so you're not facing the top pitchers or top offenses in every team you're playing right now. You're playing whatever you're able to pull. And so that is a different thing. You just look at the 4 top teams in the tourney and see the trend. And that's an easier way of doing it. Like, there's time involved. Yeah, the mean and the meta have not developed yet. It is true. I'm going to dip in here. I always like to be like, not the lowest, but the next highest, next to the lowest in there on some of these. Especially these early cards. So, and I'm going to go 52 or something like that, 53. Just trying to extract a little extra, perfect points where I can. I've got a Jason Beret, no control whatsoever. There's a couple of these cards out there. We get these every year, and I'm interested how well these play. I think the Kelly Wunsch is the winner so far for the most stuff and PBABIP with no control in the league. Got Ray Webster. If you haven't seen that card, it is a entertaining card. In the card shop. Let's go look for Kelly W. 6 control. 6. Yeah, people are definitely buying cards for bronze and iron at this point. It's a less settled metal. I bought a couple for gold. I'll see if that was a smart thing or not. But yeah, 6 control. Kind of nutty. You drafted a ton of no control guys in your bagel daily for this morning and got swept. Well, there you go. I'm trying to figure out, again, some of the historical cards, which ones are good and which ones are bad. I'm still going through and figuring out stuff. And yes, you can buy some bronzes to play up in daily silver and gold caps. Makes a lot of sense. So the 6 control sometimes he's throwing into the outfield. Yeah. So I'm still trying to learn. I have no idea what the meta is really looking like on a lot of different things. Out of control. Oh, you're opening standard packs and saying, I wish I was getting more live cards for PT Live. Well, you got it's another week, right? I mean, yeah, other than the Dodgers, let's see what I did. I did have my PT Live filled out. And I did not have any. I had Glasnow pitch. Hayward had a sac fly. Profar got a single. Might have scored. Outman got a single, or at least a walk or two. I don't think Azekar pitched. Taylor didn't play. Kike came in and did get an RBI late in the game. Muncy had the bases loaded a couple times and did not score. I was killing me, Smalls. Lux got a hit in there. I should have put Campusano in for Higashiaki. We'll do that now. Again, so many ways to play this game. It's too much. You named your golden retriever that? That's hilarious. All the no control guys have super high home run allowed because they don't throw it close enough for the guys to hit it. Mean and Meta would be a great Saber sandwich shop. I like that, actually. What else? I saw Padres. Dylan Cease is not going to pitch for them. I don't have... Johnny Brito got lit up with the Seeing Eye Cronenworth glove snatching ball. Wandy Peralta looked good. Wandy Peralta looked good. Probably not pitching again tomorrow, though. And where is Campusano? I don't have a Campusano, so there you go. I think all my Dodgers are in. Yeah, Sheehan's not going to pitch. Vargas is probably not going to play. Paxton's not pitching. Rojas in a pinch, but not really. So, there you go. Not a lot I can do on the squad. I have to get some more players. But we shall see. So that's what I'm rolling around with. Any other questions? Things people want to see? Want to go through? I know Dr. Dynastic was heading home from work. It's let's see, what happened here? Something's going on. I can't keep track of anything anymore. Is March Madness starting tomorrow? You think Paxton can appear on the... Dr. D is live. Okay. Well, we'll go over to Dr. Dynastic. Guys, we were doing... Yeah, I don't think it's going to start for some time. Okay, cool. We're going to go through and do some just closing out stuff again. You have a chance to win. You have a chance to win Guess the Set tomorrow. How many entries do we have? Let's go through and take a look how many entries we have. We have our Guess the Set. You have to guess what cards are coming out tomorrow. Get your bunk. Get your bunk here. Again, bring on the bunk. You got to see the bunk. This is one of the things you need for this questionnaire. So here are my cards that I've said. These are cards I think are coming tomorrow. You have to say which one do you think is not going to get a card tomorrow. Whichever one that you think is the least likely to get a card tomorrow of these 5, put that in your form. And if you're right, you'll get an extra point. How many do we have already in our Guess the Set for today? We have Nope, Bagels and Schmear. We have 43 of you in right now. 43 of you are in. And yes, the set. So guess which one you think is going to be the bunk. Is there basketball happening? I don't know. Is it so? Something's happening today? Is that what's happening today? I don't. You know, I just don't pay attention to basketball very much. I just am so baseball. It's opening day for the Dodgers. Get in there. Again, we did some PBE shout outs. We talked about theme teams. If you want to make a theme team, take a screen grab. Join us in the theme team on the Discord. Yeah, I'm looking forward to. I think it's next. It's next Thursday, right? Is next Thursday opening day? I think I blocked out the entire calendar to do a watch-a-thon, so I'm going to do that next Thursday. Real tourneys start tomorrow. Got it. And next Thursday, next Thursday is the full opening day. Full slate of games in the major leagues. We're watching games all over the place. Looking forward to that. Get your PT card. Get your live cards ready for your PT Live. But come make a theme team with us. We'd love to have you in. And thank you to all the subscribers, everyone who subscribed. Thank you to Dr. Greenleaf for subscribing today. Thank you to Spore for gifting out a subscription today. To Nicolino. Appreciate each and every one of you and your support of the channel. Always awesome. I'll be back on Saturday, March 23rd at 11 a.m. Doing ripping packs. And then Monday, the next roll call will be Monday night. So next Monday night we'll do if you've just submitted a theme team and you want to send me some stuff about your theme team, I will do roll call of all the new theme teams on Monday night. And we'll cover any 2024 postseason. So after Dr. Dynamic goes on Monday Night Baseball, I'll be online and we'll be doing the roll call of new theme teams coming in. And we'll also be doing some postseason. And then we'll be back for Guess the Set again next week. But I'll be announcing the winners of Guess the Set on Saturday's stream. So be sure to check that out. And then we'll do a little pre-twipped hype tomorrow. Laptop Hound and myself, at least, will be there for sure tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern on the Laptop channel before TWIP starts up at noon tomorrow. So you just barely, I almost got you in, Naz, and then I was just like, I was running out of steam to get everything in. But looking forward to that. Okay. What else? What else? Follow these folks. Take a screen grab. Get your drops from multiple people. Go follow all these wonderful 18 or 19 different affiliates that are streaming Out of Work Baseball at different times. And the ones I've listed above have at least set times. Others are going at different times. So thank you all for hanging out. And let's go raid into Dr. Dynastic. It's a beautiful day for baseball. As I'm stealing it from somebody else. I steal from everybody. It's what I do. I'll also show up on Dr. Dynastic's channel stream at some point. He asked me to be a guest. And we'll do some chatting. And I guess you're going to pick his bracket on his stream. So good luck with that. Bullying is also running TLDR. There's just so many things running at the same time. It's insane. There's no easy place for streamers to find a spot. There's just not. Oh, they're not running a TLDR. You're right. I just copy pasted. I'm bad. Exclamation point professional. Okay, guys, thank you so much for hanging out today. Always appreciate you being in, and I will see you all on Thursday, tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. on Laptop's channel. See you guys later. Okay. Yay!